Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup next. America on the Berkshire station. Wanamaker and Collins from the USA. And this Hambleden. And we've got Gammond and R.E.A, who you can see from Upper Thames Rowing Club to the right-hand side.
And what's nice to see from both these pairs combinations is one's stroke side rigged, one's bow side rigged. So looking at this American pair on the far side of your screen, bow side is on the left-hand side of the screen, so stroking the boat with the oar going to the left. This yellow M-Packer of Upper Thames is the traditional stroke-sided rig.
So Fiona Gammond and Rachel R.E.A, you can see there closest to the camera, with early work to do. Fiona Gammond, 32 years old now, 7 previous Henley Royal Regattas. You can see in the bow seat and in the stroke seat there, Rachel R.E.A, 29 years old, her 4th Henley Royal Regatta. But early problems to try and find an answer to this pace that's been set down by New York Athletic Club. There you can see their lead, good substantial lead in the early part of the race here.
Yeah, to me it just looks like Wanamaker and Collins, just a different class at the moment, just lovely swept rowing in that pair. Coached by Tilda Horn from Cambridge University. Would have been really drilled into the importance of that symmetry and that technique. I'm told that this is a fun 2-week project. They've only been in the boat together for 2 weeks, but obviously rowed much more together before that. But this is about having fun, executing good rowing and seeing what they can do. Lovely work.
So a very substantial lead Madeleine Wanamaker and Claire Collins have built. And this will allow them potentially to just save something for the weekend in terms of energy, because you don't want to be emptying the tank more often than you have to, especially with potentially 2 more races ahead.
It's what the ideal situation on a Friday of Henley Royal Regatta. You've got a race, you've done the business early, and now you have this opportunity to come down the track with those distractions, with those extra elements that are unpredictable, but also calling that race plan, executing your strategy, rehearsing it for the next round.
Well, they both know this course well, and they are very experienced on the international scene. They were 5th in the America Women's 8 in the Paris Games last summer, both of them in that Women's 8 boat. Gammond and R.E.A there. Yeah, shifting well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I love this shot of the drone. Just cast your mind, if you just look at the finish when the oars come out of the water, if I can try and offer and convince you that it just doesn't quite look as pushed out as the other crew. There's a little bit of an uncleanness to it right at the finish. So that could be something for future work. But credit to them, they're putting down their best performance, trying to go A to B as fast as they possibly can, be proud of themselves on this Friday of Henley Royal Regatta.
So that's the Upper Thames boat, and here we go across the water to the lead boat from the USA.
And can I convince you, Tim, so if you look at this boat, you can just see how that finish, it's just a bit more pushed out, it's a bit cleaner at the finish.
But they have been able to drop the rate down, haven't they, which perhaps makes that a bit easier.
Of course it does, absolutely.
Because you look at their rate, it looks very smooth and relaxed, whereas the boat we were just watching, Gammond and R.E.A, is a bit more stabby, wasn't it? Having to be a bit more feisty with it all.
Yeah, and they're sort of rating 28 strokes a minute, about 8 strokes a minute lower than you probably would in the middle of a very close, tight race. Which
will make a huge difference, won't it, to how they feel tomorrow morning for their next race.
And a nice confidence boost. It looks like fantastic swept rowing here, lovely rotation round the rigger, round to their respective sides. Getting that beautiful distance per stroke rowing that we also fondly chase.
So New York Athletic Club from the USA in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup built a really big lead in the first half of the race. Fiona Gammond and Rachel R.E.A. You can see them in the Upper Thames Rowing Club, the back in the bow seat of Fiona Gammond. making it competitive. Crowds building. They'll be absolutely rammed on that Berkshire side, the Berkshire bank of the River Thames this afternoon and throughout tomorrow. Finals on Sunday. Still very early on day 4 here. And they really have dropped the rate down there. Madeline Wanamaker and Claire Collins through in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. Gammond and Burrows heading to the line now. Good experience for them, and I've enjoyed that. Racing against some of the best in the world.